winter shuts down roads, freezes lakes, and buries mountains under tons of snow, that's when the giants come out to play. These machines are so insane, so unbelievable, they look like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But they're real, and they operate when no ordinary vehicle would dare to go. Have you ever wondered how it's even possible to patrol, explore, or haul tons of cargo across the Arctic without sinking into the snow or locking up on the ice? And hold on tight, because today we're heading out on a true expedition through some of the biggest, toughest, and most mind-blowing off-road snow machines you've probably never heard of. Kamaz 6345 Arctic Truck. Built to survive the cruelest winters on Earth, the Kamaz 6345 was engineered to keep moving, even at minus 50 degrees Celsius. Its six-cylinder engine boasts about 11,000 cylinders and delivers roughly 350 horsepower. It features internal heating systems, specially treated materials, and thermal shielding for all components. Visually, it looks like a military-grade semi-truck with massive tires and a stance that screams durability. The engine hums steadily, prepared to power through frozen wastelands. It's used to transport heavy equipment in Arctic bases, supply remote industries, and support scientific operations in extreme environments. And if that sounds extreme, the next one looks like it was built for a sci-fi battlefield. Trekall 39294 6x6. The Trekall 39294 was built with one goal: conquer the harshest, iciest terrains on Earth. It's a 6x6 with enormous, flexible tires that adapt to snow, ice, and even float on water. It has a 2,800-cylinder engine, 4 cylinders, and roughly 110 horsepower. The structure is lightweight, but built to endure frozen hellscapes. The engine hums steadily, but it's the gigantic tires that steal the show. Soft, balloon-like monsters that mold themselves to the surface. It almost looks alien. It's used for snow patrols, remote team transport, and logistics in ice-locked areas. A true workhorse where nothing else dares to go. And if you're impressed now, wait until you meet a machine with military DNA built to go where even tanks fail. MAZ 537G. Picture a massive transport truck, then imagine it modified with tank treads instead of wheels. That's the MAZ 537G with adapted tracks. Originally built to haul missiles, later repurposed as a tracked snow monster. Its V12 engine has approximately 38,000 cylinders and produces over 500 horsepower. The tracked conversion adds insane grip and spreads its massive weight evenly across snow and ice. The presence is overwhelming, long, wide, and loud, with an engine that sounds like a jet preparing for takeoff. The treads grind through snow like a saw blade through wood. Used in heavy-duty snow logistics and industrial Arctic projects. This machine doesn't go around obstacles, it goes over them. And the next one? Built to carry tanks over ice. Argo Centaur XT. This machine looks like a blend between an armored vehicle and a tractor. The Argo Centaur XT is an 8x8 beast, designed for operations in remote regions where access is practically impossible during the winter. It has a roughly 2,400-cylinder engine, 4 cylinders, and around 75 horsepower. With full-time all-wheel drive, automatic transmission, and reinforced suspension, it slices through deep snow like butter. The rugged look, dual wheels on each axle, and a raised chassis screams power. The engine growls like a generator under pressure, and the closed cabin keeps passengers warm and protected. It's used in exploration, remote logistics, and supply missions across frozen landscapes. The kind of vehicle built to survive the end of the world. But if you think this is peak adaptation, wait till you see the next one. It turns a regular van into a snow bus. Sherp ATV Pro. At first glance, it looks like a giant toy, but the Sherp ATV Pro is one of the most insane off-road machines ever built. It was created as a direct answer to the challenge of mobility in extreme environments where everything else sinks or freezes. It comes with a roughly 1,500-cylinder engine, 4 cylinders, and delivers about 44 horsepower. That may not sound like much, but weighing only around 1,300 kilograms, it floats over snow with surprising agility. Its signature feature? Massive self-inflating tires that act like pontoons in water and crush through snow like rotating snowshoes. The sound of the engine, combined with the crunch of snow underneath, makes for a unique soundtrack. Used in rescue missions, swampy frozen terrain, and scientific expeditions, the Sherp has become a modern Arctic icon. And if you think that's wild, the next one looks like a tank, but goes where tanks can't. MAN HX77 8x8. The MAN HX77 is a military-grade transport platform, adapted for the most unforgiving terrain on Earth. It's an 8x8 powerhouse, designed to haul heavy loads through snow, mud, ice, and sand, without missing a beat. Its 6-cylinder engine has around 12,000 cylinders and cranks out roughly 540 horsepower. It features automatic transmission, full suspension, and torque distribution on all axles. It looks like a tank without a turret. Angular, bold, and aggressive. The sound is metallic and thunderous, like a rolling storm. Used in military logistics, it also serves in rescue and supply missions in frozen regions, especially in Northern Europe and polar zones. If that seems overkill, wait until you meet a snow truck that used to tow aircraft. Laplander Volvo C303 6x6. Originally built for military use, the Volvo C303 is the kind of vehicle that survives wars and still tackles deep snow like it's nothing. The 6x6 version, known as the Laplander, was made to operate in the icy extremes of Northern Europe. It features a 3,000-cylinder engine, 6 cylinders, and around 125 horsepower. Manual transmission, full-time traction, and articulated suspension complete the package. Visually, it's utilitarian, boxy body, small windows, and ground clearance high enough to crawl over icy boulders. The engine has a raw metallic growl. Still used in civilian missions, expeditions, and even by collectors, this machine is all about raw engineering and reliability. Enjoying this journey through snow machines? Drop a like to support the channel, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Snow coaches. At first they look like standard vans, but get closer and you'll realize these snow coaches are far from ordinary. Built on the Ford E350 platform, they were heavily modified for the brutal winters of Yellowstone National Park, with V8 engines of about 5,400 cylinders and over 200 horsepower. They're equipped with track systems instead of wheels, lifted suspension, and specialized bodywork. The look is surreal, a family van gliding over snow on tank treads. The sound is muffled but firm, like a bus crossing a silent avalanche. These are used during the coldest months to carry tourists through deep snow trails. They've become a unique part of Yellowstone's winter landscape. Think that's clever? Then brace yourself for a Russian giant made to devour snow. Burlak Snow Truck. The Burlak looks like a mobile polar station, designed specifically for Arctic and Antarctic expeditions. It's more like a rolling home than just a vehicle. Its engine has about 4,400 cylinders, 4 cylinders, and 140 horsepower. It's designed to float over ice and keep its crew alive in extreme temperatures. The design is stunning. High ground clearance, panoramic windows, and tires that look like inflated tractor wheels. The sound is a mix of a heavy truck and a power generator. Used in scientific polar missions, the Burlak is one of the most reliable and comfortable snow monsters ever built. And the next machine? Imagine driving a beast with 8 steering wheels. Tatra T813 Kolos 8x8. The Tatra T813 Kolos is a living legend in the heavy vehicle world. Designed in the 1960s, it was made to transport huge loads, including aircraft, even on snow-covered runways and frozen ground. Its massive V12 engine has around 18,000 cylinders and produces more than 2,200 horsepower. Yes, over 2,000 horses in one truck. Its visual presence is unmatched. A squared-off cab, huge wheels, and the signature Tatra tubular chassis that flexes over uneven terrain like nothing else. Used in military and industrial logistics across Eastern Europe, it remains a benchmark in extreme engineering. If you haven't liked the video yet, this is your moment. And subscribe to the channel, because what's coming next is a snow beast turned into a track tank. ZIL E167. This one's for the rarity lovers. The ZIL E167 was a Cold War-era experiment designed in the 1960s to tackle the most remote, frozen parts of Siberia. It never went into mass production, which only added to its legendary status. Its powertrain? 2 massive V8 engines, each with about 5,500 cylinders, adding up to over 350 horsepower, and it weighed over 11 tons. The design is pure intimidation: 6 oversized wheels, a locomotive-style cab, and enough torque to tear through ice. The sound is deep and rumbling, the kind that vibrates through your chest. Only a few prototypes were built, but the ZIL E167 remains a symbol of Soviet engineering audacity in hostile environments. And if you think that's over the top, the next one is still used today in the Arctic. Oshkosh M1070 Het. Originally designed to haul tanks, the Oshkosh M1070 Het was adapted to handle any climate, even the most extreme winter conditions on the planet. Its V8 engine has about 19,000 cylinders and delivers over 700 horsepower. With full-time all-wheel drive, reinforced suspension, and thermal protection, it's a juggernaut in frozen terrain. It looks like a battleship on wheels, armored cab, double rear axle, and a monstrous trailer system. The sound is low and rumbling, raw diesel power at its finest. Used in military convoys across icy regions like Afghanistan and the Norwegian North, this machine defines brute force mobility. But if that's huge, the next one wasn't just a truck. It was a land train. Today we traveled through a world where snow isn't a barrier, it's the beginning of the challenge. From tiny amphibious tanks to massive land trains, these machines prove that with the right engineering, the impossible becomes just another day at work. These aren't just vehicles, they're legends that make it possible to live, work, and even have fun in places most people would never dare to step foot. So now tell me, which one of these machines would you be brave enough to drive? And which one scared you just hearing about it? If you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because every week we bring you the wildest machines that conquer snow, ice, and the most extreme conditions on Earth. See you in the next video.